What's going on, everybody? It's Nice Pants Lance. We are at the Indian demo event here, and I am so excited because today I get to ride an Indian FTR1200 Carbon. That's right, you could tell before I even said it. This thing's got carbon all over it. You already know it's a carbon edition. It's got more features than just the regular FTR, which is right behind it. Upgraded suspension and whatnot. I'm going to be talking about my Speed Twin a lot because this is not a cruiser. This is a more upright bike. It's one of the only motorcycles out there that is designed to look like a flat tracker. You know, Triumph does a pretty good job at making their new bikes look retro, but this bike is a more of like a flat tracker. I think handling wise, it's definitely going to be like a naked sport bike. So we actually have a little time before the next ride. I just wanted to say a few things about this because you know, every time I go out, we got to get going right away, and I don't really get a chance to do a proper walk around to this bike. So I figure for this ride I'll get a little scope around it. Definitely a beautiful looking bike, very sporty. I like the gold lines. You got adjustable O-leans in the front and the rear, so this bike is going to be on another level. You want to go to the track, this is your freaking bike, man. Not sure how I feel about wires exposed like that, and down here I can see different colored wires too. I don't know if that's how they all come, but I don't understand why they couldn't have put this type of wire sheathing on that stuff, so you're not looking at a colorful wiring harness. So won't be able to go over all the features in the display, but I think we're about to get going here. Alrighty, let's get going on this FTR. I'm 6 foot tall. I got a 32-inch inseam. This is definitely taller than the other Indians I've been riding. So, whew, all right, swing a leg over it. Oh yeah, this is definitely tall. Oh yeah, this has me kind of on my tippy toes a little bit. So we turn this key on. This isn't keyless. I don't know why a bike like this would have to be, but oh, that is totally cool. I love that display. Indian, you guys did a fantastic job with that display, man. Oop, nothing's coming up though. There we go. Ride command. Okay. Oh, look at that. This definitely has my legs tucked up underneath me. This feels sportier than my Speed Twin. This has got a 1200cc liquid cooled twin. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this thing is tall. This thing is light. Right. The brakes, I can just feel from releasing the brakes. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm ready for this. I am ready for this. I won't have time to go over all the features, but this is the Carbon model. This has got Öhlins front and rear. It's got carbon all over it. This is about as sporty as you can get on an FTR. Electronic throttle with riding modes. They told me I'm not allowed to put it in sport. And that's okay, because I think this thing makes like, I think it's like 125 horsepower or 120 horsepower. I can't remember, but way more than you'd need for a bike that weighs probably 500 pounds or less. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh yeah, we're on a sporty bike. He said this thing likes to live
past 4,000 RPM, I can definitely feel that. You know, you're going to be giving it the beans in you're going to be giving it the beans at 2,000 RPM, and you're going to be lugging this engine. This engine likes to spin up, likes to be at higher RPMs. Gosh, okay, so this is very upright. I don't feel like I'm stretching to reach the bars. The bars feel like they're right in front of me. This gives me a particular sense of control. Even when I'm going in a straight line, I feel like I got the entire bike right in front of me. Like, I feel like all the weight of this bike, all the meat of this bike, I feel like it's in my lap right now. So, which is great. That's, you know, that gives you the most control. Wow. Wow, the punch in fifth even. That's intense. Makes like almost 80 pound-feet of torque, and that's a ton. My speed twin made 96 wheel horsepower and 89 pound-feet of torque. My speed twin feels torqueier, but this is the kind of power you'd want to make if you were a track rider. If you like to bring your bike to the track, you want something that makes top-end horsepower and gives you mid-range torque. You want peak torque to come in kind of in the middle. That'll give you versatility when you're out hooning with your friends or going to the racetrack. Wow, man. Very responsive. Like, this feels electric. It feels like the response from the throttle and everything, it kind of makes it feel electric. So, okay, so comfort-wise, this bike definitely is tall. I can't flat foot this bike. Maybe if I really push down on it, I can flat foot it. So this is a tall bike. You'd almost want a tall bike, since we're in the more sport-oriented genre. The seat is more of a flat bench seat. It's got a curve in it, just like the rest of the Indians do. It's a little curvy. Kind of has a nice curve to your butt. Wow, look at that. I'm on my tippy toes. So, but generally, small seat, very thin bike. I feel like I'm gripping it with in between my legs. I'm not sitting on my tailbone. I am sitting on my gooch, which is more comfortable in my opinion. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, man. This thing lives after 4,000 RPM for sure. Fourth gear. Yeah. Wow. Very nice. Comfort. This is definitely not a comfy couch of a bike. Kind of makes you feel like you're gonna fly off the back when you rip it wide open. This is a flat track design bike. This is supposed to be a bike that handles well. You're gonna be doing sporty stuff with this, especially this carbon model. I haven't ridden the regular version, but this one's got the upgraded suspension, and we'll see how that suspension serves me on the rest of my ride. But yeah, this is completely kitted out with every performance-oriented thing that you could put on a bike like this. I don't think it has a quick shifter, but that's all right. That's okay. So comfort-wise, does this have the comfort that I like? Man, this ain't a comfy bike. This isn't the kind of bike where I'm gonna be measuring the comfort with scrutiny. Wow, man, this thing blasts away. You can tell the suspension it's sporty, like it's sporty in response, but yet, how do I say, it's very, very much like twitchy and flicky, but going over bumps and uneven sections of the road, it doesn't upset the handling or geometry of this. So it does feel very flicky. It feels very sporty. You feel like you're on a sporty bike, but yet you don't feel like you're on something unstable. You don't feel like you're on something that's very twitchy or tweaky. It just feels smooth. It glides over things, but yet you get enough road response. You get the good road response. You don't get any sharp juddering like that little bump I went over. You could feel yourself going over the bump, but it doesn't shock you with a pulse of feedback from the road. It lets you know that it's going over stuff, but it's not actually sending that energy back up through the seat into your body, which is great. That's what you'd want if you were going to pitch this thing around a racetrack somewhere. Just gives you confidence that you're going to hold a line and that hitting a freaking rock or something in the middle of your turn isn't going to straighten you back out and send you into a ditch. Woo-hoo-hoo. So comfort-wise, for a bike of this genre and style, for a bike this sporty, it's pretty comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. With the suspension and everything, I'd almost say that it's a little bit more comfortable than my Speed Twin, but the actual riding position and the seat and everything is not as comfortable as my Speed Twin. So suspension makes this bike as comfortable as it is. If this bike didn't have O-rings front and rear, I don't know if I would be saying the same thing about its comfort. But other than that, it's not really that comfortable. It has me kind of leaned over. I feel like I'm straight up and down, but my upper body is slightly leaned over, reaching towards the bars. Not a very far reach, but this is a sporty riding position. The pegs are right underneath me, if not a little behind me. Like, I believe these are about as, like, the literal mid-control. This is directly middle of my body, but it almost feels like I'm on my tippy toes, I'm on my pigeon toes, and you know, my legs are tucked up underneath me because I just rode the Speed Twin for years. I don't mind that. That's kind of how mine was, but yet mine was a little bit more comfy. These, I really feel like I'm reaching. I like the material of the peg though. The materials they use on this are pretty clutch, pretty premium. Yeah, that suspension allows you to eat up bumps better, for sure. Compared to the Scout, oh man, this suspension is 10 times better than that Scout. That Scout almost freaking ruptured one of my vertebrae. This thing is definitely a lot better going over bumps. So comfort, I'm gonna say no. No, this ain't the kind of comfort I'm looking for in my next bike. Is this more comfortable? Yes, this is more comfortable than a lot of bikes like this, like the Speed Triple I rode. It's more comfortable than the Speed Triple. It's an upright bike. It's not a pure sport bike. It's not a crotch rocket. So, you know, it's going to be more comfortable. But realistically, no, this is not a comfy bike. This is a bike that you're going to be ripping around on. Wow, this is freaking fast. It's powerful, man. Third gear, 3,000 RPM. You just, whoa, man. This will power wheelie, 100%. I'm not about to do it because the leader is right there. But if I just open it up right now at 3,500 RPM, this would wheelie. This would come right up. This has got a wicked amount of power. This feels more like a hooligan bike than a scalpel. You know, this isn't like a scalpel of a machine, like a pure sport bike. But this feels like a hooligan machine. This feels like almost like you took a big cruiser motor and then stuffed it into a tiny little sporty bike. Wow, yeah, I'm loving that. That turned so nice. It just sweeps around corners like nothing else, man. So performance, yeah, this has freaking got it, man. The suspension is great. The O-Lean's front and rear. I know what people are talking about now when they say that a suspension upgrade will transform the bike. It's flickable. It's got the lean angle. I don't feel restricted by its ergonomics. I don't feel restricted at all by this bike. If anything, just like my Speed Twin, I feel like this bike is more capable than I am. I feel like I wouldn't be using this particular bike to its full potential. I can't ride it to its full extent. I don't do wheelies. I'm not doing, I can do some burnouts, but I'm not going to be doing donuts. I'm not a stunter. I don't do that stuff. So this bike is way better than I can, handling wise. Braking, I'm not going to test out the brakes because I'm in a group ride and I got people behind me, but the brakes are violently strong. This is the kind of brakes you'd want on any track day. Like, holy crap, you got more than enough brakes. If you want to do stunts and do stoppies and stuff like that, yeah, this is the brakes to have. The initial bite is so strong that it's gonna start bringing your speed down immediately, like almost unconsciously. It's so quick. So handling, freaking phenomenal. Braking, freaking outstanding. This is probably one of the strongest brakes that I felt on a bike in this genre so far. Power-wise, yeah, I love it because it's a higher revving engine. Chilling at 3,000 RPM. That's like right at the bottom, basically. But I like the sporty nature of this engine and the amount of power. It's got the mid-range torque is outstanding, and the character of this engine favors higher RPM. So the power is going to grow and grow and grow as the revs climb. This thing redlines at like 9,000 RPM, and so far I haven't even gotten close to the red line, and it's like too fast for this demo. Too fast for this demo ride. I am not going to be able to open it up the way I want to on this demo ride. It's just not going to happen. This bike can go silly fast, stupidly fast. Almost, just the way that it feels underneath me, it almost encourages me to do bad things on it. And I like that. Wow, yeah, back and forth. Very nice. This is kind of like about as sporty as I would ever want to get on a motorcycle. I can't see myself on a naked sport bike unless it's the Speed 1200. I like that one. But I can't picture myself on any other naked sport bike. So this kind of upright, flat track looking bike with a ton of torque and horsepower. That's what I need. I'm not looking for a 200 horsepower, revs out to 16,000 RPM. I'm not looking for something like that. So this is great. This is great. Got a little pitter patter to the exhaust too on the over rev. Like it. Damn, this thing stops dead. Very, very sharp bite. I like this display. Ooh. I like that. I like that Indian makes these touch screens, whether it be the big touring bikes or the smaller ride command like this. They make it so it swipes so easy with the gloves on. I hate having to mess around with touch screens with my gloves, and this just makes it so easy. It picks up your gloves no problem, and I haven't seen any other bike with technology like this that responds as well. The clutch pull is super light. The clutch pull is epically light. Actually, it feels lighter than my Speed Twin. Come on, dude, go around him. Go around him. Do it. You got it. Don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. Please go around him. You can do it. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. Yep, you're looking back. You're thinking about it. Come on, baby. No? No? Okay. That's all right. Safety first, folks. We're not trying to... We don't want any insurance claims today, okay? But well, that's one of my pet peeves is riding behind slow leaders. This guy's not doing too bad, but he's not blowing me away. So, okay, anyways, back on track. We talked about performance. Yeah, you know, ergonomic seating position, all that stuff. Very sporty. Does this have the performance? Heck yes, it does. This is way more performance than I'd ever need. To be honest, it feels very similar to my Speed Twin in the way that it's just the way that it's an upright bike. The position, it feels very similar to my Speed Twin. Slightly different, you know, seat feels different. The seats, honestly, it feels just like the one on the Scout that I just rode in the last video or two. If you guys watched the Scout video. Alright, let's take this corner. Yeah, we're leaning this thing. Alright. Comes right up out of it. Dang, man. Yeah, that definitely felt very scalpel-like. Whoa, yeah, this bike is too fast for the demo ride for sure. Maybe I'll try and test ride an FTR outside of a demo ride, and if I can find someone that has an FTR to let me ride, that would be fantastic. That way I can actually see what it's got. But right now I'm not going to be able to rip it wide open for you guys. Even at 4,000 RPM, this has got too much punch for the leader of our group here, and I'm not trying to get, whoa, holy shit. Oh man, yeah, I'm not trying to get kicked out of this group ride, so gotta behave a little bit. I'm getting some vibration through the tank. I'm at 3,500 RPM. It's not obtrusive, but this isn't in the silky smooth category either. This isn't like the Ninja 1000 SX. This isn't like a Honda Valkyrie. So still very nice though. Let's see, what didn't I talk about? Style. This is one of the few bikes, if honestly one of the only bikes that's designed to look more like a flat tracker. Indian has a rich history with flat track racing. I think they actually currently use what's called an FTR1200 for their competitive flat tracking. So this bike has a certain aesthetic to it. It's not complete flat tracker, but it's almost like it's a flat tracker stylized naked sport bike. That's what this is. A flat tracker stylized naked sport bike. Holy smokes, the brakes on this thing. Whoa, dude, the brakes are amazing on this. They bite so freaking hard. I am flabbergasted. I'm gonna let this guy get ahead a little bit so I can give it a nice blast. God, dude. Whoa, yeah, this thing, holy moly. Boy, let her eat, man. This thing you can, jeez, dude. So in 6th gear, 60 miles an hour, yeah, this thing's got more kick. This thing's got the same amount of kick in 6th gear as the big touring bikes do. That's amazing. Just because of the way this is geared and where it is in the RPM band, like, wow. I'm impressed. But style, yeah, it's got the style. Love this thing. It doesn't look like all bikes. It's a very unique looking motorcycle, and I like that. So style, yeah, this has got the style. Yeah, this has got the freaking style, man. Where's the dang?
Whoa, come on. Not liking that. It's definitely more solid of a kickstand, but the fact that it doesn't just spring out like my Triumph, not impressed with that. Look at that. Beautiful looking thing. With the LED in the front. Jeez, very nice. Where's the off button? Oh, yeah. Cool. Last metric that we'll talk about is price. We're going to talk about, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing over here. But price-wise, I think... Excuse me, sir, do you know off the top of your head what the price of this Carbon edition is? Oh, it's actually on here somewhere.
$17,249.
$17,249. Wow. And compared to the original FTR, actually I can just go look at the sticker. So the original is like 13 to 14, and this one up here is like over 17. So you're paying quite a bit to have the most premium FTR you can have. That's a lot of money, man. 17 grand. My Speed Twin was like 13 grand. And to be honest, I bet if I upgraded the suspension of my Speed Twin, I can't say that I'd notice too much of a difference between this thing and my Speed Twin, and the Speed Twin is considerably less. Man, this is a lot of bike, but at the same time, like, I can't picture myself spending over 17 grand for a bike in this genre, a bike that is this sporty. I have a drag strip near my house. I do not have a racetrack anywhere close within an hour, so I don't really need a bike like this. I want something that's a little more comfortable, a little more commutey. So, all right, let's go over the metrics. Comfort, does this thing have the comfort? No, it doesn't. This is not a comfortable bike. This is not a bike that makes me feel like I can ride all day on it. My tailbone is actually starting to hurt a little bit. Definitely cups you in. Doesn't make you feel like you're gonna fly off the back like some of these Scouts, but overall, this is not designed to be a all-day touring comfy bike, and the next motorcycle I purchase, it needs to be more comfortable. Performance. This nails it on performance, man. This has got the torque. This has got the high-end horsepower. It bleeds sportiness. Yeah, no, this has got the performance. Brakes hard, turns in well. Love it. Performance knocks it out of the park. Style, gonna have to say, yeah, on the style too. It's got a unique style. This is definitely a bike that I could see myself turning around at the gas station, you know, as I'm walking away, walking towards the door, and you just give it a nice, yeah, that's my bike. So yeah, style, love the flat track look. I like that they tried to do something different and they weren't out to just make another sport bike. You know, this is something different, something new. The Carbon looks great. This is a special edition model, and you can tell because it looks special. The color scheme, everything, all the carbon on it. This is light. I mean, it's so light. Just pick it up with one hand. It's actually, to be honest, this is taller than my Speed Twin, but it feels lighter. It feels lighter than my Speed Twin. Anyways, so, all right, so style, it's got the style. And price. Price is a no. Sorry, guys. The price of this thing, this is way over my budget. I'd essentially be going from one upright bike to another upright bike, but this is thousands of dollars more expensive than what I had before. I spent like 13 grand out the door on the Speed Twin years ago. I'm not trying to go up. I'm trying to get my monthly payments down, if not make my monthly payments disappear completely. And I don't have $17,000 in cash laying around, so yeah, sorry guys, you're not going to be seeing this one in my garage. The next bike I get, I want it to check off every box, and this checks off a lot of boxes, but it just ain't it. So with that being said, if you like what you saw, give this video a like, and if you want to see more like this, you want to see more Indian demos, subscribe to my channel. Peace.